Welcome to day 21 of this full stack shift taking application. So in last video we started integration and how we looked at how we can be able to fetch now the data from our database. Also we saw how we can integrate with our admin dashboard, and now we'll be continuing on integration. And what I'll do is that first of all I'll be able to push my code to my GitHub as we were doing in the previous video. So I will head on into this folder that we are calling shift application here. I want to look for the branches that we have. So right here I think we have like 5 branches. So what I'll do is that I'll create another branch for integration. So I'll just say git branch and then integration like that. Let me check here the integration part. So integration like that. And then what I'll do is that I'll switch to this integration branch, that is so integration git integration branch or git checkout to navigate to this integration, or to switch the branch to this one that we are calling integration like that. And then now if we do git branch again here, you'll be able to see that we have navigated, or we have switched our branch to integration. So the other thing that I'll do now is the normal commands for git. So git add and then dot like that. Then I'll comment, I'll say git commit and then -m here. I'll say added started integration here. So started integration like that. And then after that now I'll just do git push origin and then now integration like that. And then now I'll be able now to say support, or maybe let me add my passphrase like that. So after that now you can see I have pushed all my code here. I want to go back into my GitHub here to do the pull request. So this is my git repo, and you can also leave a star when you visit my repo here or my GitHub. So now what I'll do is that I'll be able to visit my repo. So let me go to this repository part here, and I think my computer is slow, or my internet is a bit slow. So let me navigate to this part here that is called repo. So and because it's taking time, so let me, this one that we are calling YouTube shift taking application here, what I'll do is that I'm going to navigate to this repo here, because this is where we are pushing our code, and also you can track the code in real time. So after it has loaded, you'll be able to see notification here. You can see integration has in recent pushed 1 minute ago. So I'm going to compare here and the pull request. So after this now you can see add a title here and a description. If you want to add a description here, you can add, and then here you can do pull request, create pull request like that, and then we'll be able to merge those two branches so that we merge them to become one branch, which we are calling the master branch, of which it is our main branch. So here you can see we are going to merge now. So it is reloading here. Let it finish loading, and then we'll be able to merge our two branches, the main branch and now the new branch that we have created that is called integration. Now also we are going to start creating other branches, more branches here like integration. Also we'll have another branch that we call maybe another name rather than integration, because integration may take several videos, and because this is the last part that we are doing for integration, and then this video or this project will be over. So let us do confirm merge, and then after a while you'll be able to see that it will have merged to both now the integration branch and the master branch. And to do that you can go to insights and then navigate to network, and you'll be able to see the graph of that. So as it is merging now, we can continue looking at our integration. And today's video here, I want to do the statistic. I want to fetch the data and display how many shifts that you are having in our database. also for staffs and clients. So I think it is still merging, so I'll leave it like that. So on this part here that we are having shifts here, staffs and clients card here, it is this part that we are getting here from the component here and then featured info here. So this part here, so here is where you can be able to see like all these statistics. So you can see we are having like shifts here, we having staffs, and also we are having these clients here. So what we'll do is that let us first of all fetch the data from our backend. So here also I'm going to remove this arrow downward because I'm not using it. So here I'm going to fetch the data now. The first thing first I need to create, I'm going to first of all create here I'm going to create shift variable or shifts variable, of which it will be using useState, because I'm going to fetch my data from my backend. Then I'll be able to replace these shifts with the data from our backend. So here I'm going to add set shifts, and then from here now this will be, we are going to use useState. You can see here this one I'm going to auto import, so like that, and then this will be an empty. First of all it will just be an empty array like that. And the other thing is that also here I'm going to actually I can be able now, I can copy and paste, because I'm going to just use the same thing with staff and client. So I'm going to paste 3 of them, and then also I'm going to do the here. What I'm going to do also is that I'm going also to make sure that we are loading from the database. So here I'm going to add this part here. I'm going to call it clients, and then here I'm going also to call it clients. So like that. Here also let me change it to staffs. So this one will be staffs like that, and then here let's just change it to set staffs. So here like let me show you. So this one will be staffs like that. So now after that, now we can be able to use useState to be able to fetch our data. So I'm going to use effect. So use effect here, I can be able to import it now like that. I'm thinking I've imported, yes. So here, as we know, the useState takes in, first of all you start by having this function that is anonymous, and then here also we have another argument here for this which is the second argument, of which it is an empty array of which you should not omit. So the other thing that you can do here is also we need now to create a function. So I'm going to create a function that is called get shifts here like that, and then here I'm going to add a sync, because this one will be fetching the data from our backend. And then here I'm going also to add this arrow and everything like that. And then here I can do now try catch. So try catch here, and I think now what I can do also is to make sure that now I fetch the data from our backend. So I'm going to do const and then response here like that, and then here I can be able to say await public request. Remember now we created an Axios instant where we can be able to use it, and here I can be able to say get, and then I'm going to get here, I'm going to get from shifts now like that. And then now after that we can be able now to set this here. We can be able to set shifts here like that, and then here we can be able to say s dot data like that. So this is very easy, and this one will be going to repeat for staffs and clients also. So here what I'll do is that now I can be able to call this, I'm going to be able to call this now the function that we are calling the get shifts. So like that. And then here also the other thing that I can do is that I can console log now the error. If we have the error, I can be able to see it, but you can do whatever you want with this error. You can display it or something of the sort. So now, because now I can have called this, actually this one should not be here, it should be outside, like here, like that. And then let me first of all format my code to remove extra spaces. So now after this, now also I want to copy this and paste, and then change to use it for fetching the clients, also fetching the stuffs. So I'm going to copy this, and then down here I'm going to paste twice because we are going to use for clients. So this one is get shift for shift. Here I'm going to look here, and then I'll change for get clients, and then here I'm going to change the route now to be to fetch from clients. So here like that. And then also here I'm going to change here get clients, set clients, that is. So set clients like that. Also I'm going to change here to get clients the function like that. So also I'm going to change here to get stuffs like that. So get stuffs here. So this one also should be stuffs, so like that. And then now the other thing that also we can change here is set stuffs like that. And then the last thing that we need to change here is now the get now the stuffs like that. So this is it. I think now everything is okay. Now we need now to display our data. So we need to get how many stuffs that we have. So because when we set the stuffs here, we are going to get them as array. You can use an element or a property of an array or a method of array called the length, and this can give you like the length of an array or the element that are in that array. So I'm going to use this extrapolation, and I'm going to add shifts like this one now, shift now, and then I'll do the length. Actually before that I'm going to use this here, this question mark, to be able to handle undefined. So and then I'll just add here dot length, and then here also I'm going to do for the stuff here the same. I'm going to do interpolation. Here it will be stuffs and then question mark dot length like that, so that if we have undefined, we won't get the error. That's why you can see I'm using here question mark. So also I'm going to just add here or get now the stuff, the clients, I think, yeah, the clients, and I'm going to use now dot length, also dot length like that. So let us just save and see what will happen, or if we can get now the data from our database. So here it is compiling. So you can see here we were just hard coding our data. So right now you can be able to see we are having 4 shifts, we are having 0 staffs, and we have 1 clients from our database. So I think this is correct, or maybe this is not correct. So let it reload, and you can see here we having shifts, and then clients is 1, staffs we have 0, of which I don't think it is true. And this is because I fetched from a wrong route. Here it should be users, it is not staffs. So let me just add it like that. So if we go back now, we'll be able to see like we'll be getting like now the real data. So you can see we having 4 shifts. We have 2 staffs here and 1 client. So that is it. The other thing that I want to show you is how also to get 1 client when you go to detailed page of a staff. So I'm going to come here. So I'm going to, let me reload this, and then we're going to detailed page of where you can be able to see 1 shift. So if I click this edit here, So if I go back here, if you check here, you can see this is defined here. So, and this is because this one is not, we are not getting like an ID for this shift, so that we can be able to use that ID here to fetch the information, or to fetch that that particular stuff, so that we can display the information here. So what we'll do is that to get the ID, first of all, we are going to go into this page that we are calling user list, because this is where we were displaying all the users. So let me come here, and then inside here I'm going to look at how when we click now the edit part. So you can see here we have this button that we are calling the edit, but right now, because we don't have like ID in this part here, you cannot we are not using ID the way you are seeing here. We use ID from our database MongoDB, and MongoDB uses ID in with underscore before it. So that's why we are going to change to underscore like that. And then now if I try and go back and see here, so if I click edit now here, if I click edit, so let me reload again, because it's as if my computer is slow. So if I click now edit here, you can be able to see this ID here. We are getting the ID now. So what I'll do is that also I need to get this ID from this page. Now we need to fetch this ID, so that we can use this ID to get this particular this particular stuff from the database and display the information here. So let me come here, and what I'll do is that let me just show you something. So let us close this page here now and go into this page that we are calling user, of which it should be a staff if you want to change. So this one I'll be coming here, and the first thing that I'm going to do is to get the ID, so that I can use that ID to get my to fetch that particular stuff from the database, that is. So let me scroll up here. So I'm going to scroll up here, and the first thing that I'm going to do here is to first of all use location, because I can use location to be able to fetch now, or to get the ID from URL. So here the first thing that I'm going to do is to import, and I'm going to import now from what we are calling React router DOM, like that. And then here we are going to import let me import use location. So you need to get use location from this React router DOM, like that. So I think that is it. And also I'm going to get the link. So link here, so link, and then also I'm going to import use history, but I don't think use history would be we are going to use it. So this one is use link here, use location. So this is a link here, and also from we are getting it from now the React router DOM. So let me see here is okay, actually I see where the problem is. We have imported it twice, because here you can see now link. So here also I need to get now use location. So use location, so use location, actually it is use location, like that. So here I can import this use location. So this, you can use this use location here to be able to get now the ID. So first of thing, I'm going to say use const location, and here we are going to call this use location here, like that. And then from here now I can be able to get the ID. I'm going to and to get ID I need to do const ID, and then I'm going to say here location, like that, dot path name, like that. And then after that, now I can be able to split, and then here I'm going to split according to // and then I'll get like the second element. So this means that we are going to be getting, when we split here, we are going to get like an array, and from this array also we need to get the second element, which will be representing our ID now. From now this here, this path here that you can see. So if we just split according to this // the first element in that array will be staff, and the second element will be this ID. So we take the ID because that is what we want. So again, now here we can be able to use this ID now to be able to fetch the data from our backend. So to fetch the data, we are using use effect. So let me import this use effect. First of all, the first argument here is our, or this arrow function, and after this, now here we can be able to have an array also. So from here now, what I can do is to get this, I can add here, or I can create this function that we are calling get stuff, like that, get stuff, and this here I can say async, and here also I'm going to now be able to fetch now the data here. So I'm going to say try catch, so like that. So here I'm going to add const, and here I'm going to say res, like that, is equals to await. I'm going to use public request. So public request dot get, because we are getting, and we have this route that we are calling users. So this one will be users, and then we'll be going to a route that is called find, and then the other thing is that we are going to now get send with an ID here. So because we have that ID. So after this, now the other thing that we are going to do, first of all, we need also to create a object here. So let me first of all actually create the here the object. So I'm going to say const, and then here we need to have a stuff, and then here we need to set stuff, like that, and then we need to say use state, of which it will be an object because we are getting only one stuff. So this one actually also it should be imported, so like that, yes, so like that. And then now we can be able to use to set, now we can be able to say set stuff and not stuffs, because it's only one, we are getting through ID. So set stuff, and then now here I can be able now to say res dot data, like that, and then here I can add console log, console.log, and then here I can add error. You can do whatever you want with the error. So here after this, now I need now to be able to actually get now call this function here, like this one here, like that, and then now I can be able now to fetch this. Actually this one is inside here, I don't know why it is, yeah, it's okay. So let me format my code also. So let me format the code, and now I want to know if I'm fetching the the stuff. So what I can do is that I can change here. For example, I can come here, and because we have this like baker here, which was hard coded information, what I can do here is that first of all I can remove all of this, and I can get now information from staff, and then from staff here I'm going to get full name, like that, because we have an object of full name. Also this one okay, a property of full name. So here I'm going also to remove this software engineer. So let me first of all see if we are getting like we can get the full name here. Yeah, you can see already we are having the information here. The other thing that I'm going to remove is this image, because we are not going to use that image. We don't have that image, or even I can leave it to stay like that. So let me just leave it. So the other thing that also we can do here is to get like a username. Now we are going to change stuffs here. So here we can get stuff dot username. So username like that. Here we can leave the birth date like that. Also you can change whatever you want. So also here I'm going to change this. Here we have stuff, and then here this is phone. For phone number, we are going to change this also here, and this one is email. So we are going to get staff.email from our database, and then here also I'm going to get the other thing here is we are going to get staff.address like that. And then I think now the username was there. So actually here I can be able to just press here, like maybe in a placeholder here, I'm going to just change here, and I can be able now to use staff dot, let's say now username like that. Also I'm going to change here to be full name. So this part here, so this one will be staff dot full name like that. The other thing here is email. So I'm going to remove this demi data here. So this is we can remove it, like here it is staff and then dot, now the email like that. So I think now it's almost done. So like let me see here, the phone here also like that. So here I'm going to add staff dot phone, and then I think the last part here is the address now. So I'm going to add here like staff dot now the address like that. So that is it. I think I'm not going to add anything else right now here. So here I'm going to also use let me come up here, and the other thing that I want to import here in my material icon is something, is icon that we call description like that. And this description is icon for documents, because remember we are going to upload documents in PDF like contracts and things like that in the coming videos. So here I'm going to let me see where we are going to use it. So actually let me see, first of all, if I reload here, you can see the information how it looks. So you can see now the information is coming from the database. So the other thing that I want to do is that I want to make sure that I can be able also to get somewhere I can display the information. I can be able to display the information about the document. So let me scroll up here. I think this part here it's okay. So yeah, I think until here. So I think this will be okay. So from here I can be able to use now the div. So this div here, we can have like the description icon first of all. So description icon, and then here I'm going to just add the demi data. I can call this contract like that, contract. I think that is how it is spelled. So let us see if it compiles. Yeah, you can see how it looks here. The other thing that I can do is that I can be able to here, I'll be able to, I can add the class name here. I can call these documents like that, and I'm going to style it. So take this class name here. I'm going to take this class name like this, like that, and then I'll come here into my CSS. I'll scroll down. So I'm going to scroll down here, and what I'll do is that I'm going to add like this document to style it. So I'm going to add display flex, and then align items. Align items should be center, like that. So let me save that, and then let's see how it will look like. So I have already have this contract one, or also I can change here, or I can add another, like let's say this is contract one, and then I'll copy this and paste down here. This one we are going to call it contract 2. So like that. So I'm going to, when we are uploading the documents, I'm going also to change here. So here you can be able to see how it looks, and also I'm going to add the margin. So let me add the margin here into my documents. Here I'm going to add like a margin, and I can add a margin of 10 pixels and 0 pixels, like that. So here we'll be able to see now like a space. Yeah, so that is it. That is what I wanted to show you in this video. So also I want to go and do the same for the clients. So you can come here for the clients. So let me scroll down, let me reload this page, and then here in the clients also I'm going to use to do the same. So if you click here edit, you can be able to see this is undefined, and this is the same thing in that we were doing with our users. So I'm going into client list. So client list is up here, and I'm going to come here and see this button here that has this edit, and you can see here, because we are going to go on to this route here that we are calling stuff. Actually this now will be clients, or client, like that. And then I think also this one should change. Let me see. Okay, here also this one should be underscore, because MongoDB give us ID in terms of underscore ID, not ID. So after this, now after reload, let me first of all go back and try to access this page again. So let me reload, and then let me try also to now go into this page. So you can, here you cannot be able to see any page here. So I'm going to change here. So let me go here into app.js, and here we don't have client and then ID. There's now where we have client ID. So yeah, we don't have client ID. So like this one, you can see here we have staff and then staff ID. So I'm going to copy this, and then here I'm going to paste it down there. And then after this, now we are going to create the route. So it will be staff, or it will be client, and then here we're going to be adding like an ID, or we can call it client ID, like that. And then here we are going to import the page now. So this page that we are calling client. So I think we never created a like a client page. So we don't have client page. So I'm going to create it right now. So in this page here, we are going to have let me create a folder here, and then this folder here will be having the client, and also here we are going to have a client. So we are going to have a client, and then here this page that we will see one client, the details of one client. So this is client.js, and then here also I'm going to have a client.js, client css, that is client.css, like that. And also here, let me first of all come here, and I'm going to let me do some changes here. So because this page for client here will be the same as the one for the user, I'm going to copy the information from this page here. So I'm going to copy everything, and I'm going to change some things for the client. So I'm going to paste this here, and then let me come here, and I'm going to change here, like this one will be called now the client. So let me call it client, like that. And then the other thing is that also here, I think first of all, let me just leave it like that. Let me first of all also go to app.js to import it. So we need to import this. So like client, let's see, yeah, now you can see we have this page that we are calling client, like that. So if I try and go now into this, click on this edit here. So let me reload again. Let me see now if I reload, and I don't know why I'm having this problem. I think this is because I have done so many changes at the same time. So this one, I know, like maybe it is the problem that we are getting. So let me first of all go back into this client page here, because I think this is where we are getting the error. Actually, also I will rename this to JXX, like that. And then also I'm going to check here in my app.js how we have imported it. So right now you can see here we have imported it, this client page here. Also I'm going to go back and into this client part here. Also let me first of all come here, and the other thing is that first of all I will be able to reload again. I'll start by reloading again, and here because I cannot be able to see what is wrong, I will be inspecting it. So let me inspect. I'm going to push this part here so that I can see what is wrong, to debug very fast. So here I'm going to see error code build no such file or directory open. Like here you can see this we don't have this client JS and everything. So I think this is where the problem was coming from. So this we don't have this client whatever. So yeah, so let me also try again now to import. So I'm going to come here and remove this first of all, and now also I'm going to remove it here, like that. So let me first of all reload again so that I see if the error will be gone. So let it reload. Yeah, you can see it has reloaded very well. So here I'm going to now import the client. So the client page, so this is client, only one client, like that. So yeah, so this one should be like that. So let me import here. So I'm going to import client here page, this from now from the pages. So from the pages here, and also from the client, and then I'm going to import from this here, like that. So if we reload again and then let it compile, so if I try and let me see here, you can see no such file or directory. Open this one here, source page, no such file or directory. No files matching this here, of which I think it is because we have not reload the page. So let me try and reload again and see where the problem is coming from. So we are having the same problem and I don't know why. So let me first of all check, and then we will continue with the project. So I have come across the problem, where the problem is, and here you can be able to see that it is telling us cannot find module this user.css. So in this client here, you can be able to remove this user.css and it will solve the problem. So if I do this and then I go back here and try and fetch now the information, so you can see here I'm going to, like this one here, I'm going to now reload and then let me close this. And if I try to now get into this client, you can see we are getting the client and then the ID. But right now you can see here we are not getting the information from the database. So this is what we are going to do now. So here into this client part here, let me scroll this down here. And also the other thing is that I need to, let me scroll down here. Also we need to go through the same process of getting this ID, and then the other thing is that we need also to now fetch the data, but right now we are going to fetch it from the clients and not from the, now we are not going to fetch it now from the users or the staffs. So if I save this and then also I reload here, let me see if it will fetch the data. Yeah, you can see it is fetching the data. We are getting now the data from our client, and from our client now, and then I will go and edit this. I'm going to edit this also. So let me scroll down here, and this is edit client now. So edit client like that. Let me save this, and then this will be first now. So if I do this now, you can see edit client. So here it is, I'm waiting to fetch the information. So I think it is taking a little bit longer. So then the other thing, let me check here into this part here that we are calling terminal. So to see if you can be able to see maybe if my database or my backend is still running. So let me see here. So yeah, it is still running. So yeah, I think I can, let me scroll, reload again, and then see it will fetch the data. So I don't know why it is not fetching the data. So I'm going to go back and then try and fetch again to go this part here, and I cannot be able to see it fetching the information. So let me see here. So let me scroll up here and see this one is from the clients our clients, and then find and then ID. So I think this should be fetching the information because it had already fetched the information earlier on. So let us see if it's fetching. Let me see here. Let me inspect again. So if I inspect here, so here I cannot see where the problem is. So right now here I can see as a missing dependency ID, either include it or remove the dependency array, this one here. So I can try to add this dependency here into this array like that, and let me try and fetch again. So I think actually it has already fetched. So I think my internet is a bit slow. So also it has fetched the information about the client. So let me now also head to shifts here, because I'm going also to change that or to get the information now for the shift. You can see here, if you click edit, you'll be able to be taken to this page here. So you can see this one we had already changed, like here you can see here we had already changed like ID. We can be able to see ID up here in my route. So this one won't be a very big task. So this one I'm going to do the same. So let me come here and fetch all the information here. So I'm going to copy this one because it's same thing, repetitive thing. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go to this here part that we are calling product, but in our case is shift. So here I'm going to paste the information here also. So let me scroll up here until here. So also I need to just format this part here. So I'm going to paste this information here. Actually, let me paste it up here. So after this, now I can be able to paste this, and here I need to import some of this part. So this one is public request. I import it. I also need to import this from the use effect, from now the React. So use effect, I import it. Actually, I don't think it has been imported, so I'm going to try and import it again. So import use effect. So let me try to import use effect here. So use effect from this part here. So I don't think it is importing. So what I'll do is that I'll import it manually. So import use effect like that, and then use state also like that. And then the other thing that I need to do, actually they are here, so I didn't need to import them. So here I think also that I have I'm using them in a wrong place, so that's why they are giving me like this error. So I'm going to, let me remove them, or let me go back first of all. So I'm going to remove this here, and then I'm going to use it inside now this function. So return, I'm going to use, actually let me see also, yeah, after here, this is where I'm going to use them. So here I can see public request, I can see use location here. So this is use effect is not defined. So I think I don't know where the problem is, because I have use effect here. Oh, I don't have use effect. So this is use effect, we change it, we import it, that is. And we need to also import use location. So use location here. So you use location like that, import it, and then public request. So let me import public request like that. So yes, so now that is it. Now the other thing that we need to change here is now this one. This one should be shift. This one is set shift like that. And then here I'm going to change this to get shift like that. And then here also it should be, here it should also be set shift, because we have changed. And then the last thing here also that we need to do is to change this to set shift, get shift like that. And then I think this one also here should be now like shift or shifts like that. So now we'll be able now to fetch this shift from using the ID. So I'm going also to format this part. So let me format like that, save it, and then let me see how it will look like. So if I come here, and then let's see how it works here. So if I reload again now, so let me remove this here. So I'm going to come here into shifts, and then if I come here into this part now, I'm going to start by changing now information here. So the first thing that I'm going to change is the ID here. So this part here that we had coded, So this one I'm going to call it shift and then underscore ID like that, and let's see how if it will change. So let it compile. Yeah, you can see already we are getting now this ID here. So the other thing also we are going to change. So let's see other places that you can change, like this part also. We are going to get shift dot underscore ID, and also here for location, for the placeholder here, we are going to change to shift dot address and then save this. Let's see how it looks. So we cannot be able to access the address here. I don't know. Oh, it's a location, I think so. It's actually location, not address. So this is location. So location like that. So let me see. I think this, yeah, location. So this one also will be time and date here. So this one will be like shift and then and dot date. So shift dot date here. Also here we need to change time here. So this one should be shift dot time, and then also here we need a type, of which here will be shift dot type like that. Also here we need duration, so here we need to do shift dot duration like that. Also here we need client, so this one will be shift dot client, and then here also we need to do like shift dot staff email, and here I'm going to this is staff email, and here I'm going to use here question mark, since sometimes you'll find that a shift doesn't have staff email since it has not been assigned to any staff. So here also in the placeholder here, I'm going to change to shift dot notes like that. For this one, for clocking, what we can do here is that we can just be able to because it is array, what we can do is that we can do shift dot clocking like that, and then we are going to use this this question mark and then dot map, and then inside here we can be able to now be able to get the like a clock in like that, and then index, and then we are going to loop through here, and then we can now display the information here. So this one will be, let me add here, this one will be time, so this one will be clocking dot time, so clock in, and here it will be this here will be this one here, so this one will be clocking dot this time here. And also let me see something else here, and here also will be accuracy, so this one will be clock in dot, now we are going to have clock in dot accuracy like that. So now the other thing is that I don't think there's any other thing. For clock out also we'll be doing the same, so I'm going to copy this like that, like until here. Let me copy until here, so like that, and then I'm going to just here, down here, I'm going to paste this. But right now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to change now to clock out, because it's the similar information and everything. So this one will be clock out, and then here also this one will be crock out like that, and then here this one will be crock out also here. So this one also will be crock out here, crock out like that. But then again I will need to use the key, so that when you're looping it is necessary to use a key. So this one will be key, and then this key we are giving it an index. So also here up here we need to do the same. So this one will be like the key, and then here it will be indexed like that. So that is it. Actually let me go back, yeah, like that, and then here I'll save. So then again here I'm going to format my code. So let me see how it will look. So here you can see we have changed now the information there. Now the information is coming from our database. So now in this video I wanted to show you integration, and we have done a little bit of integration now. In the next video also we are going to continue with the integration, because now we are finishing our application by integration, and then I think now this project will be over. So have a great day. See you in the next video. Remember to like and subscribe to this video. See